Doctor?
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share. So we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world you could be, but you told you right here with me, the BABGOG. And I appreciate you for pulling up on me, man. What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the building. What's going on with y'all, man? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Um, Not gonna be too long tonight, man. Shout out to IG. Shout out to the people that follow me on IG. You know what I mean? It's sending me, some of the things that happens and whatnot. But I made a comment on here, man, and got a little bit of traction. You know what I'm saying? So we go take a look at this. I told you, I said this the other day. I forget where I was. Maybe it was here. I said it. Yeah, it was here. Um, Black women want to benefit from black men. Black women want to be protected by black men, but black women don't want to listen to, follow, or be under the authority of black men. Okay. This shit we about to show you right here, bro. It's just downright ridiculous. But again, it's a key point of what we're saying as to where this prostitute culture, bro, it's got to stop. This prostitute culture got to stop. And especially for, again, the twos, fews, foes, and belows, the ugly hoes. Bro, baby, no, nobody is paying you to do anything. If you tricking niggas is out here tricking on the ugly hoes, man, on the ugly bitches.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Listen, man, everybody changing their name. Right? Is everybody changing their name, or is there something that YouTube's doing? Because I saw like Drez early, his name was changed. Well, Swarthy, what's up, fam? Right? If you tricking niggas is out here tricking on the ugly hoes, man. Hey, we need to reset and tricking, bro. But let's check this shit out right here.
listening to, man. I'm so sorry.
If you was in a long-term relationship with a man, would you want him to take full control over the health and wellness in that relationship?
No.
No?
Look at this woman. If you wanted to know why I got Blanca from Street Fighter in the you know, this is why. Okay, this is the interferer. This is the friend that's not gonna let you bag the bad bitch. We came together, we leaving together. Get away from her. Bitch, you don't get your big ugly. I ain't talking to you. Go on now. Listen to this woman. And this man's a fitness king of legacies. He's a fitness you know, expert, right? Fitness influencer.
Why is he telling me what to do?
What if he knows a lot more about fitness and health?
He doesn't.
He doesn't? Again, people, a lot of times you think this shit is fucking you think it's trolling, but it's not. This ain't trolling. This ain't scripted. And if you look at it, you're gonna be able to look at his face and he's really flummoxed. He's really like, you know, astonished by the fact that this overweight, out of shape woman is telling him that, nigga, I ain't trying to hear nothing you got to say.
No?
I'm not listening to, man. I'm so sorry.
Why not?
Because why is he not listening to me?
Let's just say if you was in a relationship with me and I wanted to get you in better fitness, would you listen to me?
How much money does your company make a year?
Bitch, what the fuck does that have to do with you being a fat ass, unattractive fucking woman? Which for you losing weight is not really gonna help, but you need every bit of help you can get. Why are you talking about money and we're talking about you being obese? And you out here with, I don't even know what you call this, a blowback? This ain't even a blowout. This is a blowback. Ma'am. Huh? Looking like you about to shock somebody. Looking like you about to roll up in a ball and run into a nigga.
Like, I think that's the question. Like,
this again, this isn't scripted. This ain't scripted. He's literally like, what? What the fuck is the amount of money that my company makes when I'm like evidence? You can look at me and tell, you know, I know something about it because I'm fit. What does my company making money have to do with you taking my health advice when clearly you're unhealthy?
Like, if I'm listening to you, like, the paycheck needs to match the advice you're giving me.
Again, ma'am, no man with money is dealing with you like that. Time and time again. When these women start making these requirements of money, honey, ain't no nigga with money checking for you. Stop it. Stop playing with yourself. If you are a high earning woman, you are a sugar mama. You have to pay the niggas to fuck with you. At least the niggas you want. A man with money? No. Now, if you can get a nigga that's, you know, poor and destitute and he looks good enough to you and he needs a place to stay, yeah, you can get him. But the man that you want that has money, baby, he's not looking your way. That's why you out here, you know, with a thing saying bad influence on. No man is in your DMs. You don't even got nobody in your DMs, baby. Come on, man. What are we doing?
So, like, a Fortune 500 company, okay, I'll listen.
Yeah, why the fuck? But who from a Fortune 500 company, they wouldn't even let you in the building? Trespass. Ma'am, this is not a Wendy's or Church's Chicken. Yeah, we don't have any to go here. You look lost. Has anyone ever told you you kind of resemble Blanca from Street Fighter? Don't shock me. Bro, this is the level of delusion that they always talk about the men having. But look at this woman, bro. And how many other women do we see on the daily that matches this description? And they're talking to about what a man needs and amount of money you got to have in order for her to listen to you. Bro, get the fuck out of my face, man. What's wrong with you?
Because I'm getting paid to listen at that point.
Okay, so what if you had type 2 diabetes and I wanted to help you reverse that? Would you listen to me then?
Well, you can't reverse type 2 diabetes. And
You actually can, dumb bitch. You can. You actually can. But again, of course, you're a fitness expert. Being overweight and looking like, stuck your hand in a socket. Sure.
Fortunately.
Why do you say that?
Well, you can ease the symptoms with lifestyle changes, but like you can't really get rid of it 100%. We don't even really know what causes diabetes.
So
now we don't know what causes diabetes. Ma'am, too much sugar, too many carbs, too much fat. Like body fat. That causes diabetes. Glucose levels. That's what causes diabetes. Your body gets to the point where it can't properly regulate insulin because you have it constantly in like an insulin fucking spike. Yeah, diabetes is pretty much a figured out science by now.
Speaking,
most of type 2 diabetes come from being overweight to obese and having an excess of
if you're trying, so you're trying to get your woman in shape, but like, where are those standards coming from?
Those standards are coming from the man having higher standards in health and wellness than you do. So if he's able,
with that man, I'm so sorry.
If he's
he wouldn't be with you. He wouldn't be with you. Again, shout out to the big girls, man. The cute big girls that understand so on and so forth, and you work hard. And you listen. Some women are just don't care because it's not going to help her either way. Whether she's skinny, fat, or fat, she's, that's that. Skinny or fat. This woman losing weight is not going to help her. Nobody's going to be hitting her line. And she's, pretty much accepted that thing. That's why she's thinking the way she is, right? But again, man, brother, don't waste your motherfucking breath on this shit. She don't want to be saved. She don't deserve to be saved. Leave her to the fucking wilderness. Let her ass go to the motherfucking buffet line and, hey, have a good time.
Able to communicate that to you, he can improve your health and wellness and for you to live a longer, healthier lifestyle.
I'm not listening to a man. I'm so sorry.
If you was in a long-term relationship with a man, would you want him to take full control?
And like you said, man, that's the common thing now. I'm not listening to a man. I'm so sorry. But the men are the problem. If you don't got a certain amount of money, I can't listen to you. Right? And I was having this discussion the other day, and I was saying to where, in general, black women specifically don't have just a general respect for black men, right? Not a love, not an appreciation, but not even that respect. So that's why it's so difficult and so hard for them to be in these relationships, because you don't have that foundational respect for a man being a man, right? Case in point, because you didn't have a father in your life, and all you heard was your mama talk shit about your dad and how he ain't shit and how he ain't this and how he ain't that, while she got fucked by all them different niggas she brought around you. And hopefully none of those niggas tried you in childhood, right? And touched you inappropriately or did anything sexually suggestive, hopefully, right? But this is why there is this huge rift in quote unquote the gender war is so motherfucking so constant. Everything starts, man, again, with the fathers being in the home. It really does. That's everybody comes with solutions. What's the solution? What's the solution? Get fathers back in the home. Let the fathers help raise the children. Kids need their dads. Not saying that the mothers aren't important or useless. Not saying that by any means. But again, when it comes to order, discipline, morals, values, all those different things, the father sets the tone for that. And then the father is held to the highest standard, okay, of setting the example. No matter how tired he is, he's going to get his ass up and go work that job and be on time every day to provide for his family. Right? That teaches commitment. Okay? That teaches consistency. That teaches hard work. That teaches perseverance. That teaches responsibility. Right? Just the simple thing of going to work. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do. Well, how many niggas y'all complain about don't do that? Don't y'all claim all these niggas out here broke, dusty, crusty, musty, not doing nothing, living in their mama basement or sleeping on somebody's couch? So if you can understand the negative, why can't we give credence to the positive? Because they don't want that. Keep telling y'all, man, this shit is crazy. It really is. Shout out to my man, Fat Boy, man. Hey, congrats, Fat Boy. I think you say you had the kid, man. Or if not, very soon to have the kid, brother. Congratulations, man. Glad you you and the missus are either have or about to have a new addition to the family, brother. Greatly appreciate you. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, society coddles women, but I don't think it means just the coddling, man. It's coddling is one thing, but giving women ways to pretty much make men fucking subservient through the law and through, you know what I mean? It's just crazy, bro. Well, but no, the problem with this, old dog, is you can't blame the dad if the dad isn't there or if the mother picked the wrong dad. See, that's where we have to start evening out these, where the blame is placed. Now, of course, I believe you as a man, if you have children, you're supposed to take care of them by any way, shape, form, or fashion. I mean, that's your life. That's a part of you, right? And as a father, you're supposed to be willing to kill and die for your children. But I've also seen it and experienced it to the point to where you have a woman that is so full of vitriol and hatred and whatever, right? A personal vendetta that will interfere with a father that wants to be a good father, that wants to be a father, just so that she can, because she can no longer be in a relationship with him. So I understand both parts of it. TJ, what up, bro? So one other thing. That one. Okay. Now what was the other one? What was another one? Oh, this one. Now, hey, man, shout out to Jamar Chase, man. Shout out to the young fella. This year here went viral a couple days ago. When was this? Yeah, the 23rd, the day is 27. So a few days ago, right? Jamar Chase is coming out of the club. And, one of the thotty hotties. Walked up by him, man,
Hello, love. How you doing? Please. Hello, love. How you doing?
Yeah. Not even.
The girls. Get off the door, man.
Yep. What's up, love? How you doing? Keep moving, man.
Where the girls? Please. Hello, love. How you doing?
Yeah, no hold back, no pat, no nothing. Get off me. Get off me. And now this woman, she done went on this whole, campaign, taking pictures here and taking pictures there. And listen, man, I told y'all, bro. Remember I told y'all niggas is like, bro, especially when you at that level, bro, niggas is getting less impressed, bro. Oversaturation has a thing, right, to where it gets to the point of where niggas like, I told y'all, I really twerking for the most part for me is like, come on again, man. On not in person. All right, hey, baby, you shake that ass in front of Fantastic, baby. Hey, we finna motherfucking stretch something out. You hit me. All right, don't come around me twerking in person now, baby. Throwing that ass in a circle. All right. All right. Okay, let that be known. But for all this online shit, man, come on, man. Again, twerking again. Twerking in the stove. Y'all twerking in the hospital. Y'all twerking at church. Twerking at the funeral. The birthday party. The boardroom meeting. Yeah, man. Listen, man. Hey, I'm sick of it, man. Sick of it. Every now and again, I see one that's impressive. It's like, oh damn, that's nice. Put a nice little slow motion to it, and that thing is fucking jiggling and wiggling just right. That bloop 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 bloop. Them waves. Hey, I can, but that's not most of them. Most of them. But Jamar Chase, man, simply ignored a woman's advances. And women, of course, came to the fence and you niggas, y'all not gonna do that, y'all not him and this, that, and the other. Like, bro, women hate embarrassment more than men. Okay. Women hate embarrassment way more than men. Women hate rejection way more than men. Women cannot handle rejection. That's why immediately, nigga, you gay? What you mean? What you mean you don't want no pussy? What you mean you don't want to talk to me? Nigga, you ain't nobody. You a regular nigga. Who you turning me down? Yeah, I am. Bruh, a bitch will literally like overload her motherfucking CPU, nigga. You turning down some pussy. Oh my God. What? Yeah, nigga, you must be gay. No, baby, it's just like, I just don't want your pussy. I'm not impressed. I'm not really, you know what I mean? At least not right now. If you holler at me, I don't know, a couple months from now, but right now I'm cool. Most of these women, man, overvalue themselves, and this is why women think like vagina the same way they claim that. Again, everything with women was a projection. Okay, the sexual shit. I gotta find me a female co-host for this one, just for this one thing, bro. The way that women want, need, desire, crave, fucking like enjoy, love, sex, it's crazy. Telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, it's just the fact of the matter that it's a limited amount of people they want to do it with, but still the urges are there, and that's why the urges are so much stronger, because they're so quick to eliminate, sexual options, right? A man, for the most part, hey, that's a woman, got some titties, got a pussy, got a mouth. All right. Hey, let's go. Let's get it. You hear me? Let's get it, baby. Don't tell nobody, though. You got to be up out of here by fucking 4 a.m. You don't look too good. I got to get this pressure out my back. So, hey, fuck it. All right. You see me in public, I don't know you. You don't know me. Okay? But I need you to motherfuckers, you know what I mean? I need you to do me this favor real quick. Okay? Go ahead, hit me with that ghost face treatment, baby.
He probably did. Just swallow his kids.
Yeah. Every drip drop. You hear me? Every drip drop, baby. Don't you miss nothing. That's how men look at sex. Men look at sex, hey, as many as you possibly can. Women is like, no, as many times I possibly can with the person that I want it from, right? But yeah, man, the way these women are moving, bro, they cannot handle rejection. Okay, especially from a man that they want Oh Lord, bro. They might motherfucking turn it, you know what I'm saying? Turn gay for a little minute over some shit like that. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Charles. He done seen it before. That's what I'm saying. Listen, that's why I say that's why another a thing. Sex is sex is a necessity in a man's life, right? Because when you have access to it and you can access it at your will, you don't make it a priority. Okay, this is why I say niggas need pussy. Okay, you need some pussy, and this is why a lot of dudes want in-house because you don't want to be out here on the hunt all the time. All right, bro, trying to holler at this one, trying to holler at that one, and whatever, so shit, la la la. Then hey, these motherfucking STDs out here, motherfucking nigga, like the Monstars from Space Jam. You really, what I'm saying, in this day and age, it's a gamble if you out here fucking all these hoes. Okay. All right. You want to find, a few, what I'm saying? At least 3. You know what I mean? You want to have at least 3 on. You feel me? That, paperwork has been exchanged, everything, everybody, what's going on and so on and so forth. Still use protection and shit, of course. But you ain't trying to get no nested crunch, my nigga. You feel me? But having access to sex and not needing access to sex makes a world of difference in a man's day-to-day movements and in the decisions he makes overall. Everybody talk about dick discipline. It's a lot easier to discipline your dick when you got several places to put it other than your hand. Bars. Okay? It's a lot easier to discipline your dick when you got several different places to put it other than your hands, brother. Okay? Or one guaranteed place to put it, for my married and my relationship niggas. Okay? It's just that shit is, dick prison and, well, good luck. Right? But these women out here, man, I tell y'all, a lot of this stuff is a projection. Most of it. It really is, man. Most of that shit be a projection when they talk about all men are this, all men want to do is sex. Shout out to, I think it was Hood Service, bro. They starting to, bro, all of these fucking sex toys these women got, bro. This shit right here, and y'all, that's why I'll be y'all niggas like, ew, man, I'll never have a sex with a sex bot. All right, nigga. So that sex bot pull up on you. All right. So that sex bot pull up on you, brother. And then, man, I saw this shit right here, right? And I was, because I totally forgot about Charlotte, man. This right here, bro, I thought she was so fucking, and still do. Fucking, y'all know me. Listen. Hell, holler at me, baby. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to, grip them big old thighs, massage them cankles, fuck with your boy. You know what I'm saying? I just need you to hit that motherfucking refill note one time. While, just saying. What? Cree, what the fuck? I can't. Damn, Cree. I can't give her a compliment. Niggas talk like, man, listen, all that, do that red, ooh. Like a butterball turkey, baby. Baste her right on up. But we got Elle Varner, Emmy Williams, the girl that said something about we'll come back to her, and Melissa Ford. Now, this is a girl that Michael B. Jordan checked on the on the red carpet. You guys understand how a black woman becomes relevant by her disrespectful interactions with a black man? You understand that? They elevate her. If a black woman has a viral moment or something where she, dissed a black man or whatever, and, women get behind her and they elevate her. Again, Michael B. Jordan, the most eligible bachelor I mean, by far. No kids, no criminal record. The brother was, deemed the most attractive man on the planet, highly successful. He was willing to marry a young lady, and so again, man, that's why I say, bro, this shit is, bro. You can't use celebrities. Well, I actually can. If it's happening, and these black women are saying, "Oh, I've been engaged. I've been proposed to 4 times." Damn, Saudi. So hold on, you've been proposed to 4 times, and none of them niggas was good. I just didn't feel like being tied up. And again, it gets to the point. They're gonna say it. This is something that I keep telling y'all, to where we keep putting the onus on the men. Y'all don't want to have no families. Y'all don't want to get married. No, men control marriage. Men propose. Men sign up for marriage. Women just agree to it. The woman don't ask the fucking man. The man asked the woman. So clearly, the marriages that are happening, 90+% of them are because the men are asking these women, "Hey, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I want to create a family. I want to raise children." But let's get to it, man.
What would you have us do as these men in skirts who don't want to be men in skirts? We want to be women in femininity. What most people don't realize is that most masculine women are masculine by mandate, not by choice.
No, that's bullshit. Let's get that out the way. No, you're masculine because you want to be. You're masculine because that's the persona you put on in order to get where you were. Right? You don't have to be. Believe it or not, there are very, very feminine women that are, at the top of industries. Now, that takes some type of aggressiveness and, throwing your weight around and whatnot, what have you, if you get to a certain height. But there are very few women that are, Fortune 500 company CEOs. You feel me? So, I mean.
Welcome to Listen to Black Women. I'm L'Oreal, and we're here with Elle Varner.
I'm a feminine woman, and traditionally, I want to play the
Hold on, man. I hate this shit. I don't know why. I gotta fucking do this thing, man, because it does that whenever I get the screen too big.
feminine role.
Ebony K. Williams.
Our show up in this world is Ebony K. Williams, and no man can just hop on that.
And the beautiful Melissa Cooper.
I want to preface all my answers with the fact that I am a progressive traditionalist.
And let me tell you something. You are in for a treat of an episode, because you are sitting amongst women that are always going to tell it like it is, whether they get backlash or not. Basically, when you get to a certain age, your outlook on people does change a bit. You do start looking in other areas for love than what you would have when you were younger, right? So do you feel like with being more successful that happened as well? Because the dating pool seems to get smaller the more successful we are.
The dating pool is a waiting pool, okay? I don't have the answer. I don't, other than to blame everything on social media. And then
Well, again, the dating pool is a waiting pool. What do you mean? Melissa Ford, you told us a story about you being in a relationship with a man that, swept you away and moved you to New York or wherever it was, and you cheated on him. You cheated on him. Right? You was at these parties and shit and so on and so forth. And then he got paranoid because you cheated on him. And then you blamed him and you left him because, he couldn't trust you. That's the story I remember you told, right? Ebony K. Williams has been chasing these white men for so long and they rejected her. The last one left her during COVID. Hey, I'm gonna go what's in place? What is it? Something in place? What do they call it? Shelter in place. I'm gonna go shelter in place with my children. Pretty much, bitch. If you want to stay here, you can, but you can't come with me. She was so motherfucking hurt. She was so fucking scarred that she went out here and made a promo for black women to go out here and get fucking baby batter from sperm banks and become mothers all on their own, on purpose. No man at all. Stated the fact that, hey, there are going to be very few women that can afford to do this, but hey, you should try it because these men can't be trusted. And, they're black men no longer serve black women. I like all this crazy shit, man. And y'all, it's crazy to me how people Oh, fantastic, man. You destroying the black family. You against marriage. You don't want no solution. You don't want to. I'm like, bro, I'm a fucking YouTube nigga that at best I might have 200, 300 people in the fucking chat, right? Bro, these Madam the War is got I don't know how many million of fucking people in what's the name, right? This channel alone has 262K subscribers. Okay? All right? 262K subscribers, right? This conversation right here, and I didn't even know this shit. Like I said, we didn't even we didn't even have this conversation. This, like I said, this shit is a year old. Somebody just shared this, reshared it on fucking what's the name? I don't know when this, but a year could be not a year, just what's the name? But let me see. No, April 22nd. So yeah, this is just a year old. I don't remember this conversation. Guess who did though? All the women that watched it. And shit like this has been promoted by, these big brands, these big channels, these big content creators, and this hub of black women this, black girl magic. Niggas ain't shit. Ain't can't don't want. Right? Melissa Ford got her own podcast now.
Gender wars on blogs every single day is just
Yes.
contributing to the divisiveness between us. It's when you go into the comments, it's such a sad state of affairs. I just leave. I'm just like, okay, I'm done.
But then at what point, though, to that issue, Melissa, can we engage, right? Because I do think, at least from my experience, anytime I pose a question or a proposition or a theory, it's positioned as a gender war. I know I don't believe in war. I believe in peace. But what I also believe is peace is not the same as silence. So you can't give me a scenario that I find unacceptable and expect me to just comply with it and call it peace. That's not peace. That's manipulation. That's something that I can't do. But I think we've got to talk about it, because the reality is, I think Melissa and I specifically represent a generational gap too, right? Where we come from a generation, being women in our 40s, where gender roles were more concrete, where men had certain expectations, and let's be clear, women had certain expectations. And if we really want to name the thing that's so controversial, Melissa and I represent the first generation of women who generally and by and large represent economic power.
This is the
Again, man, and the thing, this is the problem where we get into the I'm every woman syndrome, right? This is where we get into that. To where these women that are the 1% start speaking, and they know they're speaking to a group of women that will never be where they are, right? And they speak from this lens of where all the men, the regular men, right, are abusive, they're broke, they can't lead their family, they can't do any of these things, right? And now because they got money, they can exclude all these men, and none of these men are suitable. Is the excuse as to why they're single. No, you're single because you're an unbearable bitch, and you used to be fine, but you're not that fine no more. And men at the age of 40 that's successful can afford and attract younger women. So they're not looking for you. They're not checking for you. Even the 50-year-olds the same way. So that's the truth and the fact of the matter, is that you've aged yourself out of the caliber of man that you want. They no longer want you back, at least not for anything serious. Yeah, you might come through, they motherfucking, hit it from the bike. But as far as marrying you and all this other shit, no, baby, get up out of here.
first time in history in which women have found themselves in equal footing with men when it comes to finances and professionally speaking. There's nothing to.
This is more propaganda. Women are not on the same footing as men financially. No. Okay. For you guys, this tier, there are 10 times as many men, right? Let's just take the podcast shit. Wallow and Gilly. None of y'all is like fucking with them. And that's a nigga that just got a prison, did 20-year bid in prison, and a dude that was a rapper that never really, made it. You're not fucking with him. my understanding is Ebony K. Williams is a former lawyer or some shit, right? The girl, what's the name girl is always the girl with the yellow fucking wig or whatever it is. That ain't blonde, whatever that fucking bright yellow shit's supposed to be. There's always been a journalist on radio or some shit. Melissa Ford was a video vixen. If you know that shit never ever just, you know what I'm saying? And then we got Elle Varner, who's a former R&B singer that faded away. Like, and this has been up for a year, and you guys can get 10,000 views on a 262K channel. Madden War. Okay. Hey man, hey brother, back up, brother. Oh dog, she already taken care of, brother. Don't worry about her. Don't worry about it, brother. Don't even worry about it. She well taken care of, brother. We own it. It's Elle Varner, bro. The R&B chick that sang Refill back in the day.
Compare
it to. There's nothing.
It didn't exist.
It didn't exist. And so everybody still has that notion that everybody's, vision of a perfect life is the white picket fence, getting married with the kids. And I was like, no, that was all that was available. I'm sure that there was women in the 20s that were like.
Now listen, she just shit on the foundation. That's why I said the foundation of civilization is the family. Ideally through marriage, right? Man, woman, marriage, child. But I told y'all, these successful women are done with the 3 M's. And we keep hearing more regular schmegular women say the same shit. They're done. I don't want to be married. Married's for poor people. I don't need no man. I can do bad all by myself. I ain't finna go 50-50. I ain't finna help. I can just pay all the bills by myself. Well, damn, love. You like clearance sales and shit like that? Yeah. Why? So if they had that motherfucking you got what? A Louis Vuitton purse, 50% off. You gonna buy it? Of course. Okay, so you understand if a man is paying half your bills and you ain't gotta pay him no more, that's the same as that fucking clearance sale purse you don't need, right? It's different. All right, dummy. Get your ass up out of here, man. All right. Shout out to Miss Valerie. Valerie, thank you, love, for the 10. Good show, Miss Fantastic. Thank you, Valerie. I'll try. Yeah, it's demonized, and it's demonized more by the women than the men now. The men are reactionary. The men are saying, "Hey, look, man, I want a family. I want to get married," but these women are staying. I think the average marriage now is like 5 years. I think. Let me see. $8 years, bro. The average length of the first marriage in the United States that ends in divorce around 8 years. Okay. And then, however, the median duration for all first marriages, including those that don't end in divorce, is significantly longer, around 21 years. So how the hell would it be 21 years if it didn't end in divorce? That's crazy. Yeah, indeed, they do.
Like, I don't want these kids and I don't want him. You know what I'm saying? But what was the option to a woman back then?
Yeah.
Right? But now a woman could say to herself, that's not my ideal, like life goals.
I can take care of myself.
I want to take care of myself. I want to be rich auntie. I want to travel. I want to see the world. And I don't really want to be burdened with, the responsibilities that somebody would say, hey, I love this thing.
Yeah.
We're all, it's your own, personal sense of identity and what makes sense.
That rich auntie shit, man. Again, women are, and listen, come on, bro. I don't know if she's admitted it, but Melissa Ford ain't never been. You might not have no kids, but you ain't never been pregnant. Again, remember, just because she ain't got no kids, don't mean she ain't never been pregnant. But you can't say anything about it, right? Yeah, and Joel Breezy. The thing is, like, women are literally playing with the fabric of existence at this point, man. I don't know how or what they're gonna do to start promoting this and have these women understand, hey, just wait until you're 30 plus shit to have your first kid is detrimental to the society as a whole. Okay, you start having these kids late, then of course you're gonna have higher influx of kids with issues and problems and things. You're gonna have a fucking age gap that's gonna fuck a whole lot of shit up. So if you're gonna have your kids, can we please get back to having these kids, a little earlier? That way, but women don't care, man. They're literally weaponizing wombs at this point. Right? You see it go out happening over in North Korea. And this is why, again, man, I'm not gonna say it, but when you give women choice power, they almost always abuse it. Not giving a fuck who it hurts. Even serious is playing with the existence of a whole kind of people. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. Come on now, Cree. I'm pretty sure she said in that same story she was pregnant by that man. I'm pretty sure, Cree. If we remember that, we watched that, we covered that when she told her story about when her early ages, and the boyfriend she had wherever. I don't know. Yeah, Tia, but that's what I'm saying, man.
To you, and this is the first time in ever where women have the wide berth to really investigate what their wants, what their needs as an individual and not a monolith is.
Beautiful. And also have choice, right? I think there are women that have intrinsic value in being a wife and in being a mother. And I want to make that was the point of the MRS degree.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yes, that was the point. Is I'm not the threshold for most women that I know. I am an anomaly. I am an outlier. Okay. I'm someone who has been married earlier in my life. I got divorced very quickly. And I realized for me, being married and being a wife in and of itself has no intrinsic value. So that means I am not willing, nor am I incentivized to give a lot in order to have those capacities.
Right.
But I think
now again, it's crazy to me, right? Women are never told, "Oh, you're a failure. You failed at marriage. You got divorced. You're this." It's only a fucking slight use of men, bro. That's another thing too. Like, bro, you really listen to this shit and you look at it and it's like, man, that's why I just laugh at so much of this shit. Cause it's like, and niggas are the worst. Niggas will be the first one. Your marriage failed. You couldn't keep your wife. And it's like, nigga, what? Bro, you a kid. Nigga, you a kill to be me right now. Cause I know you niggas. Same old pussy every day. You done been with her 20, 30 years, nigga? Come on, man. You sit in your car in the driveway for 35 minutes. You go through like 4 cigarettes. Smoke you a blunt before you motherfucking drag your ass in that house. And niggas try to shame you because, man, y'all niggas is funny. Shout out to Valerie again for another 10. Appreciate it. To be fair, Mr. Fantastic, a lot of older men are having kids. Like the dad will be 80 by the time the kid is 18. Well, yeah, Valerie, that's a thing too. But mostly I think those are the younger, those we know what that is. In that case, that's definitely a fucking life insurance grab, Valerie. That man's having kids that late. That man got some type of benefit, some type of property, some type of something. And that woman is getting pregnant by that old ass man, okay, getting them worms because she gonna be able to benefit from it. Shout out to Valerie again for another. Yeah, everything ends. Yeah, and that's what I say, Valerie. Nothing lasts forever, man. Nothing lasts forever. Once you understand that, and that's not even a negative. I'll say this. Shout out to Valerie. This listen. Once you understand nothing lasts forever, and our existence here, is temporary. We never know, what one day you're here, next day you're gone, right? Bro, you learn to savor the moment. You learn to enjoy, the time that you do have. If you live life and you're blessed enough to find love for real and experience love, there may be a point in time where that shit don't last, but you've experienced it, right? And that feeling of actually loving a person and being willing to do any and everything for that person, and it's mutual, it's not just one-sided, to where at some point in time y'all were on the same page to where nobody else in the world mattered but you. It's a beautiful thing, man. And I think that's a part of the life experience, bro. You have to take the best parts of life, man, and I don't know, store 'em in your memory banks, man. You know what I'm saying? When everything's going good, everything's going great, nothing lasts forever, good or bad. All right? That's listen, man. That's why I told y'all that, like, bro, I promise you, no matter how bad it is for you, bro, somebody else done went through worse, right? More likely than not, right? And at the very, very worst, they died or they lost their life, and there is no changing anything after that. Once you understand, man, with life, literally, like everyday living is like the lottery, bro. You know what I'm saying? A good situation can turn bad, a bad situation can turn good, right? You never know, right? Some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you, but you were in the wrong place at the wrong time, or at the right place at the right time. And again, man, once you start looking at life through that lens, man, I don't know, it just becomes more precious. It becomes more worth living. It becomes more fucking, you know what I mean? Look at what I'm talking about. Talking about hitting the lottery, and look at this guy. Look at this guy, man. Talk about hitting the lottery, and this guy come through here with the 50 ball for the super sticker.
That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rubble. Put the club soda on there.
Throwing the club soda on there. Appreciate you, Chief Rocker. I guess this is just a thing for motherfucking YouTube, man, because everybody got these numbers and shit by their name now, so it's kind of weird. And the reason why women are not told their failures is because we're in an era of the world supporting women, even if they're wrong. Yeah, that's another thing too, right? But again, if you want to undermine and destroy society, you give the women power and you support the women and what they want, because the women are always going to worry about their self-interest and not give a fuck about anybody else's, including the children. Okay. Again, man, Chief Rocker, what's up, brother? I greatly appreciate you. Listen, all the hate God niggas, take God out the Bible. You look at it as a parable. Look at it as, you know what I mean, a life lesson. Just look at it as that. Remember, the two whores that had the babies. The one lady slept on her baby and killed it. Got up in the middle of the night, swapped her dead baby out with the other lady's baby. Lady woke up in the morning, realized that the baby was dead. She thought it was her baby at first, but she looked at it and realized, hey, the baby didn't have a birthmark or some shit, right? And she realized that the lady had stole her baby, right? Took it to the king. Hey, she stole my baby. The king said, hey, well, shit, what we'll do is we'll cut the motherfucking baby in half and you both get half. The mother, of course, said, no, just let her keep the baby. You know, it is what it is. You know, the bitch that fucking stole the baby, cut it in half. I don't give a fuck. Then it goes to tell you that, you know, pretty much women's emotions are like fucking nets and snares. The Bible and a whole bunch of other things are warnings of the ways of women, bro. Are there some good women? Of course there are. But I think it's telling you that every woman at any point in time can become Eve. Right? Can become Jezebel. Can become fucking Delilah. Indeed, Cree, indeed. Right?
I think that's not common. I think most women, especially Black women, do desire nuclear family. I think they do desire it. Now, here's where it gets complicated, to your point, Melissa. What they're not so desirous of it that they are willing to do it under any and all circumstances, as the generation previous to them had to do. So now what you've got is a generation of Black women that say, listen, I would love to not be the breadwinner. I would love to take my money that I make as a nurse, my money that I make as a school principal, my money that I might even make as an attorney, and put it in the kitty, put it towards something. Instead, though, what they're being forced to do, y'all, many of them, because we all know these women, they're being forced to put the family on their back. They're being forced to pay all the bills, do most of the childcare, and turn a blind eye to you out here in these streets.
Yeah.
And
okay, and if that's the case, she picked the ain't shit nigga. That's her fault. If she chose to procreate with a man, okay, that is lazy, unsuccessful, not hardworking, that's her fault. Why do y'all keep trying to make that the standard? Most of these women are in this position because they aren't married at all. Remember, you can do bad all by yourself. You're not going to go 50-50. So I'm just going to pay it by myself. So that's the real case here. The real case is these women are out here destitute and all this other shit because they want a man to come through and just, no. No. You have to contribute. You have to help. That's what a marriage is. Both of us coming together and contributing so we get the best possible outcome for all of us. Not your ass get to sit up here and sit home all day and watch TV and half-ass clean the house and all this other shit. No, those days are over with. Like you said, the dynamic has changed. We no longer live in a fucking society and an economy where it's reasonable, okay, or even fair to suggest that the man goes out here and works his fingers to the fucking bone to the point of where, you know, he can provide for his family with absolutely no financial help from the woman. Come on, bro. No. Most men are not in that position. And at the very least, even if you are, well, damn, you can't make nothing extra. You can't make the fucking vacation money. You can't make the fucking the kids the you know the kids extracurricular activity money, the kid for the, you know, the uniforms and the cleats and the tent and the basketball shoes, or, you know, the trips, the field trip, none of that. No, baby, you can't. No, that's not what this is, and that's the problem. Black women are the only people pushing this shit the most. Baby, stop being lazy. If you could do it by yourself, you can do it with me. It'll become a whole lot easier, though, because now you don't have to worry. You ain't got to pick up all them overtime hours, baby. Hell, as a matter of fact, you can cut your hours. Right? Your ass ain't took none of them PTO days. You selling them back and kept working. What are you talking about, bro?
Hello now. Okay.
And a generation ago, women had to ride with it because they did not have the kitty. They didn't have a stream of independent income that allowed them the exit strategy that is available to Black women today.
I literally had to.
Again, you guys are touting an exit strategy. What are we talking about? What part of family is that? What part of marriage is that? How are we ever going to have anything successful? You're out here touting, you know, an exit strategy from a marriage.
to explain to the guys that up until 1976, women could not have their own bank accounts without a man's signature. If it wasn't her husband, it was her father.
Yes.
Woo. That is massive. You know, when you think about that, and contextually as to what she was permitted to do, choices that just were not available to her, which is why women are so, they're holding on to their sense of hard-earned independence now. The abilities to make these choices, to go to school, invest all their time into a profession, career, and understand that nuclear family doesn't work out. This is just as good, and that's something that a lot of, I'm going to say, men don't really actually.
But is it just as good though? And I think that's where it gets complicated. I think for a lot of women that find themselves at our age, Melissa, they're asking that existential question. They're saying, at least some of my friends, some of my sorority sisters, they're like, okay, let's look at this. I do have my house, my mortgage. I do make literally most of them over $250,000 a year without batting an eye. Not to say it was easy, but they're doing it every day. And they got their Louis, they got their Louboutins, they got their Birkins, and now they're saying, what else? What else? And I think that's a fair proposition too. So the MRS degree conversation was really about that sector of women that feel like I chose what my mother and grandmother told me to, because to your point, Melissa, they didn't have a choice. And I think that's why so many of us were raised this particular way that says, I want you to have the choices I didn't have. And it's amazing because we do. And thank God, that's why there are less women being battered in their homes today than there were a generation ago, right? So let's be clear, the advances are important. And also now we're being asked to make a different choice. So if we
I really want to see this fucking collection of grandmas that just hated being married and hated their family and their kids, and they were just stuck. Bro, this shit, I'm tired of this story for real. I really do need like an older black woman to, get like a panel of grandmas, like OG grandmas, man, to have this conversation, like for real. Right? Because this is crazy.
We want it all. We're paying on the front end of the back end, is what my experience shows me.
I just know traditionally, right?
Yeah.
As women, we can decide for ourselves. Am I a masculine woman? There's nothing wrong with that. Some women want to be in control, and they can have a man that is, taking notes or whatever. That's not.
Hell, Varner, baby, what? Got a man that's taking notes? No, y'all are cool with emasculating men and trying to turn men into servants, and then knowing that you're going to use that against them. Yo, broke ass don't do nothing anyway. Go get my badge, nigga. Bro, you know how many stories it's been of men that were taking care of the family and were the breadwinner for years? 5, 8, 10 teens of years, and he gets laid off or something happens, and now the woman has to pick up the slack. Bro, that's been some of the worst dialogue ever in life. The shit these women say to these men, bro, Lord Jesus.
It's holding the purse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hold my bag. Pull up. I need you to go here, do that. Like whatever.
Yeah, you want to fucking, goddamn, L. Now I see why, baby. I see why you got nobody to massage them cankles. My grandmother's 83 and she worked. A few months ago, my grandmother cried to me because she was so thankful for my grandfather who's still alive. These new women are just selfish. Joy Breeze, I know, man. Like I said, they don't like these women don't give a fuck about no love. They don't give a fuck about family, legacy. That's the crazy shit. And nobody sees this. Nobody sees it. If the game was fair, bro, and it was like it was before, man, niggas would be figuring it out. But being that the game's fucked up, man, the game is rigged. Nah, man, nobody signed up for that shit. And you got to deal with, come on.
Whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe that's the house husband.
The beta man.
The beta man. But if
The beta man, the house husband, shout out to Cheeky, right? Do you really want that man? We know what you're going to be doing, baby. You're going to be sucking and fucking them other niggas while you out, you know what I'm saying, with that $250,000 a year fucking career, baby. Them same niggas that make $250,000 plus and your husband home, ha ha ha. What you got him doing today? They gonna be joking about you while she motherfucking, you know what I mean, choking on his rod. No man signs up for that, man. No man willingly signs up for that shit. No, and y'all don't want that. That's purposeful, just to fucking emasculate a man, bro, and to be able to talk shit about him when you get rid of him.
I'm the masculine, you're the feminine, and that's what I want, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But if I want to be a feminine woman, you need to be in control.
There's so many men that are to say that they want a feminine woman, they want a submissive woman, they want a delicate woman, and in order to, have that sense of control. I was just like, I don't know one woman, well, maybe a few.
Agree, baby. I ain't making fun. I'm just saying she got him. You see him. Ain't a bone in sight. They look swollen. She just needs somebody to massage them. I'm offering my services. L too good for this, man. L too motherfucking good for this. To be out here putting this sad song out here, Cree. She get unlimited refills over here. Fill her up. I'ma fill her up.
But like the majority of women that I know, they would let you lead if they didn't think you were leading them to hell.
Yeah.
Like, where are we going?
I've been led to hell before.
Where are we
Twice.
going? If you don't have a plan and I have a plan, that's a problem.
So that's what's sad, is because that's really what I was asking Dr. Ayan Lavanzani, the original question, right?
Yeah.
The original question went like this, y'all, because she had done the Breakfast Club, and what she said was, I thought, provocative, and I was interested in it in a good faith way. She said that we have a lot of young ladies out here that are men in skirts.
Well,
right? That's what she said. She said that are men in skirts because they look pretty on the outside and they got all of this, but deep down they are men. They are leading with their masculinity. And I thought I felt seen in that moment, because I said, I look as feminine as possible because I am trying to overcompensate. I'll own it. I'll be vulnerable. I am trying to visually overcompensate for what I know is a default masculine posture that I walk through the world with every day. Of course I do. You see my taxes. No, I mean, but for real.
Again, and that's why I say, man, listen, the women are doing what the niggas do. So how the niggas not go, money? Yeah, you using your money to get them, man. You go, bro. This all these hoes care about now is money. That's all they care about. But she really like you, shit. No, bro. That really like you, shit, dog. That shit is really outdated. These women want the man that has everything. A lot of them. I can't say the majority, but I will say 49.9% of these women want the best possible fucking outcome of man. The perfect height. You know what I mean? The perfect, everything. Her ideal fucking man, as close as she can get to it, and she get the benefits, dog. That's what most of these women are fucking feel like they deserve. This goes from the Ebony K. Williams to the motherfucking, you know what I mean? The Ebony that work at motherfucking Dollar Tree.
Real, I got a payroll.
Yeah.
And so when you are leading in this way, when you are providing not just for yourself, but for those around you, your whole community, how are you not masculine in your energy, right?
Yeah.
But to Melissa's point, most of the women I know, especially the black women, we would love if we didn't have to. What people
Again, especially the black women. Again, can we stop having this conversation as to where black women are not different from other groups of women? Their behavior, their approach, the way they talk, their interactions with the men. Bro, I keep telling y'all, man, this shit is not, it's just crazy. And until we get to the point of where we can say, hey, man, these women are out of line and out of pocket, and y'all got to change. Right? It's never going to change. It's never going to change, bro. The men can get better. And as the men get better, what the men are going to do and what the men are doing is the men are leaving. Listen, I told y'all, listen, niggas is up, man. Nigga stock on a Tesla run right now. Nigga stock on a motherfucking Bitcoin run right now. Every day I'm seeing new black dudes. These white girls out here, they got a black girlfriend effect now. The white girls doing this shit. Niggas ain't even in the picture. You know how niggas do. Niggas like, hey, shit, shawty, you might want to claim me, but I ain't ready to pop out on your motherfucking social media, baby. You know what I'm saying? But you want to do the little black girlfriend shit, you go right ahead, shawty. Shit, I ain't worried about it. These white girls, bro, listen, I told y'all, man, listen, brother, get your life together. You know what I'm saying? Be where you need to be and improve on the daily, monthly, yearly. Brother, you gonna be all right. All right. Stay on top of your fitness, man. Stay in shape. Go to the gym. Learn something new. much as you possibly can. You know what I mean? Keep your mind stimulated, bro. And keep your mental health together also, bro. And you're gonna be all right out here. Not saying you're gonna get a motherfucking 8, 9 a dime, my nigga. All right. But there's women out here literally all over the country, all over the world that are looking into and looking for black men. Shout out to a man, DJ Smith. DJ, yeah, man, listen, bro, I'm telling you, I seen it. I told y'all, man, I still got the footage. I just never posted. I might post that shit. Did I post it? No, I think I did. I did a live stream and I posted it. I showed y'all, bro. I saw a Mexican woman working on a fucking roof, nigga, and another one handing out waters and getting tools they needed. This is the difference between the black community and Hispanics. Even though we both they have a higher household income because they work together more. But nobody wants to have that thing, man. Shout out to a man's for a man. Appreciate you, brother, for the tool. Success is your best revenge. Always, man. Always, bro. All right? I'm telling you, black men are not the problem. Black men are doing what we're supposed to do, but these women are saying, no, you need to make 6 figures. You need to be 6 feet, and I'm not going 50-50, and, you got to pay all the bills. Well, bitch, hey, fuck it. Shit. But, hey, you're finna see a whole, and again, yeah, I appreciate it, bro. I thought I did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, man, I showed it up on the roof, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you, bro. That is the thing. And I'm not saying we even expect black women to do hard, intensive labor like that. But if you got a group of women that's willing to be out here in the fucking orange orchard, you know what I mean? Picking the fucking strawberries, picking the lettuce and shit right beside, and then they go. I told y'all, I remember I didn't post this, but I said it. Bro, I remember I saw Golden Corral, right? At Golden Corral. I don't know, I love Golden Corral. Bro, Pedro, Maria, both covered in paint, bro. From the neck down. He got some raggedy ass boots on, jeans, whatever, paint. She got on a t-shirt, whatever, some tennis shoes, paint, all covered in paint. 3 little niños. Okay? Paquito niños. 3 of them. They happy as hell in Golden Corral, eating a meal. Not a care in the world. Everybody laughing, joking. Ja, 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 ja. Ja, 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 ja. If you get it, you know what I mean? The best because they don't have H's, they got J's, right? But nah, man, that's what I'm saying. And if we go back to our bro, listen, my parents got divorced when I was like 6. But I can distinctly remember times at family, even with that, when, shit was just fun. You know what I'm saying? With my ex, right, and me and my son and shit, all of us, we got pictures and shit we took with, like, we just, laughing, joking, playing around and stuff like that. Moments like that, man. That shit really, for the most part, bro, it exists at best, and I think it's in its best essence. Of course, not poor, but in progress. Once you get maids and you get this and all this other shit, bro, and you start substituting yourself for, workers, bro, that's a lot of essence that's lost. But, you can't sell women on that shit.
People don't realize.
Pink.
What'd you say?
I want to be soft and pink.
Correct.
Yeah.
What most people don't realize is that most masculine women are masculine by mandate, not by choice.
Yeah.
We're masculine because we have been made to be.
Yeah.
We're masculine because if I don't go qualify for this mortgage, if I don't put these kids in the best schools, if I don't really make sure that my neighborhood is safe for me and my children to walk down, it won't be safe.
Mm-hmm.
And my question to Dr. Von Zant was, Ayanla, what would you have us do as these miniskirts who don't want to be miniskirts? We want to be women in femininity, but we're afraid. Let's just name it. There's a fear of most black women today, y'all, that the man that we desire to keep us safe and provided for does not exist. Either he is unwilling or unable. And I'm gonna go back to unwilling.
Yeah.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. No, of course I'm unwilling. You're a fucking man in a fucking dress. You're a straight woman with a strap on. Get the fuck out of my face. No, I'm not dealing with that. No, I'm not. I will get Becky. I'll get Maria. I will get Suline. What are we doing? No. And why are y'all out here promoting this bullshit, bro? As if to like, you know what I mean? No. Most of those situations are people working in family businesses. There are black couples that do work together for a family business, but we don't have those in masses. And Creed, that's what I'm saying. When we do see them, of course, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you talking about the Mexicans on the roof? No, they ain't no damn family business. They workers. Creed, Mexicans don't own no motherfucking business like that unless it's a damn like like a taco stand or some shit. I hate to be, but unless it's like a restaurant or something like food, Mexicans don't own no business like that. They can't. They fucking illegal. The people that's on the roof, Creed, them motherfuckers ain't no goddamn. They ain't got no papers.
Either unwilling or unable to do so. And what you have is a generation of the first generation that is unwilling to go without. So I'm not gonna go without.
So yeah, no, it's not unwilling nor unable. Well, not unable, but niggas are unwilling. Tell the reason why we're unwilling. You're unwilling because again, you said you called yourself a masculine woman. A man in a skirt. What am I gonna deal with that for? Especially a woman and a woman that's so financially successful, but still she wants to just put all her money up in the kitty and not have to spend anything. Bitch, are you crazy? Fuck out my face.
Because I don't have to go without anymore. So if you're telling me that my only way to get it is to be a man, fuck it, I'll be a man.
I think that's crazy that we say that because we just had a whole conversation where we
And fuck it, I'll be a man is that sums everything up. Fuck it, I'll be a man. A woman saying that and she's trying to sell you on fuck it, I'll be a man. Case closed. Turn the lights out, lock the building, let's go home. That's ultimately what you want because, like you said, y'all want autonomy. Ebony K. Williams, especially. Ebony K. Williams said, hey, I can't find the black man I want that's going to do what I want, even though we know you never fuck with black men. You've been chasing white men for like the last however. I don't know what your first husband was. I don't know if he's black or not. Anybody got the details on her first husband? Give us the details. We know for sure, Ebony K. Williams, your last unsuccessful relationship was with an old ass white man, right? Then I think you had another one right before that, right? So this bullshit about you wanting a black child by a black man so bad, and you go out here and motherfucking go to a sperm bank. Come on, man.
we talked about the single mom having to step up, you know? So how does that make you masculine when at the end of the day, that's nurturing, that's taking care of what you need to take care of? I don't
the
look at that
reality
as
is I don't
masculine.
think that most single mothers wanted to be that.
They did, but they did what they had to.
That's a lie. And this is the crazy thing. Ebony K. Williams having this conversation when bitch you went out to a sperm bank and purposely paid the tens of thousands of fucking dollars for in vitro fertilization. Bitch, if you don't shut up, you need to be quiet right now. Okay? You need to hush, as the old church ladies would say. Hush now, hush.
Exactly. We're all speaking from a place of
survival.
So from
Yeah.
survival,
Yes.
from our circumstances being hoisted upon us, and we're forced to adapt to them. Just because you can adapt to circumstances doesn't mean that they are pleasant circumstances. They could be the most toxic circumstances ever, but you have to adapt in order to survive. And now you have progeny to look after. You have children to look after. So you have no choice but to be both the masculine and the feminine in the house because the man right there.
Yeah, he's not there. But I just hate that the taking care of is always put towards masculine because that's where I think things get.
No, I didn't mean it.
Not specifically you. I mean just as a whole. When the woman steps up and takes care of things, now she's masculine. Right. And it's like, well, we are taken care of.
I think there's the nurturing part of taking care of that women get to be, and then I think there is the provision, the financial and the kind of safety mechanisms of providing that people put on men. I'll close with this for me at least. I do think a lot of understandable critique of some of my positions is that's all great and dandy, but once again, why is it back on black women?
Yeah.
Why is every note, theory, commentary point telling black women what to do or what not to do? And the only
because y'all are out of order. That's why. Because y'all fucked the fucking social contract up. Y'all fucked the family contract up. Y'all fucked the family dynamic up. You just said you don't want to be married, you don't want to be mothers, and you're tired of the men. That's why. Y'all have the loudest complaints of any group of fucking women in the fucking country. That's why.
The reason I will say it is this way, ladies, is because I am a black woman. If I were a black man, I would be giving all of this business to black men. But it cannot be a black woman. I have learned the hard way that can pour into black men around what black masculinity looks like. It requires.
Shout out to John Henry for the 10. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Fantastic. Texas and California have a large Hispanic population and growing construction sector, further fueling the growth of Mexican American construction businesses. Okay, cool, dope. But yeah, are the women working with those too? That's even, but that would be even crazier for them to actually have the legit businesses and shit to where they're not just the workers, and the women are still working side by side. Again, man, you know.
Here's a black man. So my hope and prayer as it relates to whether we want to call it gender wars, whether we want to call it good faith conversations among black men and women to see what does this relationship look like for the future generation. I want a litany of black men to step up to the leadership position and talk to black men, especially the young ones, about what,
I can't.
well, that's why this is my plea. This is my call to action.
You're right.
I need black men to talk to black men about how to lead, how to provide, and how to protect. Woo.
Okay, and again, when we do this, you're still going to have the women that ask, well, who is you? How do I know that you're a good leader? This shit is so disingenuous, man. And just this is what really fucks it up, bro.
Boop, drops mic.
Yeah, man. And it's not no boop or none of that shit. Listen, black men have done what we're supposed to do, right? We're improving still, right? And reacting to the behaviors of black women. At the end of the day, man, again, doing the same thing and expecting a different result is fucking insanity. Men are natural adapters for survival and success, right? So if the women are doing this thing here and moving this type of way, men are going to adjust accordingly. We don't want to hear none of that happy wife, happy life shit no more. I don't hear none of that shit. Fuck out my face, bro. Cheaper to keep her. No, it ain't. If I'm on my grind, I got this shit going, so on and so forth. Whatever money I lost, let the bitch have it. I can go on, I'm gonna make it back. Marriage is no longer a fucking prison, bro. Right? Or men are not looking at it as that what it is. Marriage is supposed to be a journey. Marriage is supposed to be a wonderful, beautiful fucking thing. Right? And men are just simply saying, hey, if I can't have that, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? If I can't have the fucking situation to where you know, is the best possible outcome for me, not fucking with it. But hey, man, I greatly appreciate y'all for pulling up on me, man. This one was gonna be short, pause. You know what I'm saying? Just we had to, go ahead and get this out of the way and cover it. They be showing shit on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I find it on here. But yeah. Shout out to John Henry again for another fire creature. Ebony is disingenuous in asking for leadership in a man she knows she won't follow if her direction isn't traveled on. Exactly. She's already said she's a masculine woman. So if you don't do what she wants you to do, she's going to say you're not, what did you lead? Where's your Fortune 500 company? Where's your success? Where's your $1 million? If you don't have these things, I told y'all, man. Black Ashton, what up, fam? There's a lot of disqualifiers out here. Unfortunately, again, black women look for disqualifiers versus fucking qualifiers for black men in a lot of cases. Okay. I won't say most, but I'll say 49.9. But anyway, man, hey, Miss Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms. Really appreciate y'all to pull up on me. That's that on that one. Catch y'all next one. Holla, we out.